sign with one word.
I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, with 7 heads and 10 horns.
Aren't you telling me?
Do you still say your prayers?
What if Longlegs' biggest twist wasn't in the script, but hidden in a single frame? Today, we're exposing the secret even the director tried to bury. The film begins in 1974, where a little girl notices a car stopping outside her house. Curious, she steps outside to check, but finds no one inside the car. Suddenly, she hears a voice from behind the house and goes to investigate. But again, there is no one there. Then, a strange man appears behind her and eerily says, "Your birthday is coming." His face is not clearly visible, but his skin is so pale that it seems as though there is no blood in him. Years later, FBI agents are preparing to catch a dangerous criminal. Among them is Lee, the story's main character, and her partner. As they search for the criminal, Lee feels uneasy about a particular house and insists that the criminal is inside. Her partner, however, dismisses her instincts and knocks on the door. He is immediately shot and killed as the criminal opens fire. Lee, having hidden in time, cautiously enters the house and finds the criminal sitting inside. She points her gun at him, demanding that he surrender. The criminal complies, and Lee hands him over to the FBI. Following this, Lee undergoes a physical test, revealing that she possesses some form of mental power that allows her to sense the presence of people they are searching for. Later, she sits in a car with her senior agent, Carter, and her partner, parked outside a house. Carter explains that this house once belonged to a happy family until the father inexplicably killed his wife and child before taking his own life. This was not an isolated case. Similar incidents had occurred in multiple families over the years. Each case involved the father murdering his entire family and then himself. At every crime scene, a letter containing strange codes and signed by someone named Longlegs was found. The handwriting in all the letters was identical, indicating that Longlegs was orchestrating these tragedies. However, the FBI had no leads on his identity, as no one had ever seen him. Now tasked with solving the case using her powers, Lee starts noticing a pattern. In every affected family, there was a 9-year-old girl whose birthday fell on the 14th. She compiles the evidence and realizes that Longlegs was never present at the crime scenes, meaning someone else was helping him carry out his crimes. Meanwhile, Carter, intoxicated, leaves for home, and Lee offers him a ride. When they arrive, Carter's daughter shows Lee her room and invites her to her birthday party. Lee returns home and calls her mother, revealing that her own birthday is approaching. Suddenly, someone starts banging on her door. When she checks, there is no one there, but she spots a strange shadow outside. Grabbing her gun, she steps outside, but the shadow has vanished. As she re-enters the house, she senses a presence, but finds no one except for a letter. The letter warns her not to open it before January 14th, her birthday. Unable to resist, Lee opens it and finds a simple message, "Happy birthday," along with coded symbols identical to those found in the family's letters, confirming that the letter came from Longlegs. Determined, Lee begins decoding the message. Soon after, she receives a call from Carter, summoning her to a gruesome crime scene where Longlegs has claimed another family. The bodies, now rotting, reveal the same pattern. A 9-year-old girl with an upcoming birthday on the 14th, Carter, disturbed by the recurring pattern, struggles to comprehend the scale of the case. Meanwhile, Lee calls her mother to inform her that she will be busy and will meet her on her birthday. Her mother advises her to pray for protection against evil forces, but Lee dismisses it. As Lee analyzes the case further, she identifies a pattern resembling an inverted triangle, a known satanic symbol. The pattern is incomplete, with a missing date, January 13th, suggesting that another murder is imminent. Lee and Carter investigate past cases and learn about the Camera family, where the father killed his family and a priest, except for his daughter, Carrie, who was at school during the massacre. Now institutionalized in a mental asylum, Carrie has remained unresponsive for 2 decades. However, the day before, she suddenly became lucid after an unexpected visitor. Records show that the visitor signed in as Lee, but Lee had never visited before, implying that Longlegs had impersonated her. When Lee and Carter visit Carrie, she recalls her visitor vividly, saying she would obey his every command, even to kill Lee. She also mentions someone called Mr. Downstairs, though his identity remains unknown. Lee shows her a doll resembling her younger self, but Carrie claims to have forgotten all about it. Lee then deduces that the dolls found in each murdered family played a key role in the crimes. Historically, dolls have been used in occult rituals, and she suspects they were used to control the fathers. However, Carter remains skeptical. He then confronts Lee about her past, revealing that her mother once reported a tall, pale man visiting their home on the eve of Lee's 9th birthday. When questioned, Lee claims to have no recollection to seek answers. Lee visits her mother, who exhibits unsettling behavior. She asks Lee if she still prays, and when Lee says she does not, her mother laughs maniacally, declaring that prayers are useless. While in the kitchen, Lee notices a worm crawling from the basement and experiences a flashback of seeing snakes. She realizes that she was the little girl at the start of the film, and that Longlegs had visited her in childhood. Her mother, however, refuses to reveal the truth. When Lee searches her childhood room, she finds old photographs, including one of Longlegs, proving that he had been present in her life all along. Using the photo, Lee helps the FBI apprehend Longlegs. However, during interrogation, he eerily sings "Happy Birthday" for her. Investigators discover his notebooks filled with satanic writings, confirming his devotion to the devil. However, devil worship is legal in America, and without concrete evidence of his involvement in the murders, his arrest is tenuous. Lee warns that Longlegs' accomplice is still at large, and with the final piece of the triangle aligning to January 13th, today, another murder is imminent. When Lee interrogates Longlegs, he cryptically suggests asking her mother for answers before bashing his head against the table, killing himself. Shortly after, Carrie also dies by suicide. Lee and an agent rush to question her mother, only for Lee to find her missing from home. Meanwhile, Lee's mother ambushes and kills the agent outside. Lee watches in horror as her mother, fully controlled by evil, points a gun at a doll resembling Carter's daughter. She declares that Lee has now freed her and shoots the doll, releasing black smoke. The same smoke emerges from Lee, rendering her unconscious. A flashback reveals the horrifying truth. Longlegs, a doll maker working for the devil, crafted dolls infused with dark energy. He referred to the devil as Mr. Downstairs and used the dolls to corrupt the minds of fathers, driving them to murder their families. Lee's mother, in an attempt to save Lee, made a deal with the devil to assist Longlegs. Disguised as a nun, she delivered the dolls to unsuspecting families, claiming they were gifts from the church. The possessed dolls manipulated the fathers into committing the murders. The film ends with the terrifying realization that the devil's work is far from over. Speaking head, so genius twist or total nonsense? Find out below. Down arrow, and if you spotted a detail we missed, drop in the comments. Prove us wrong. Thanks for watching.